I heard you saw the film
Yes.
last week.
Yes.
What was your take on it? Because everybody at my screening, people were crying, people, and I'm just
Yeah.
wondering how, what's your take?
I was at Pixar, which is like a theme park. I mean, the people who work there are like 30-year-olds, 7-year-olds. They have the best life ever. But anyway, so we got to be at Pixar, which was a dream anyway, with my daughter and her friend. So I'm the most popular mom for the week. And then to go and see the movie in this huge big theater that literally there are stars on the top of the ceiling. And then the picture is fantastic. And I have a little bit in it. I'm in it. It's fantastic.
It's amazing to see, how does one sell a movie about a robot that saves humanity? I mean, like, who even comes up with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, really, here's the log line. It's a robot. They save humanity. Yeah, no, like, this is what I kept thinking when I was watching it. How can I be so in love with this trash compactor who doesn't say anything? Who just has these eyes and makes these sounds. It's hard to describe, but you sort of fall in love with him, and then you're so rooting for him when Eve comes, and he falls in love with Eve, and then he follows her to space, and that's where you meet my character. And for every single moment, I was on the edge of my seat. It's a cartoon.
They bring a magic that I guess a lot of animation, maybe there's a period of time where animation didn't even go there. It was just kind of like, and so now Pixar brings these stories that are just like way beyond, but the way they tell these stories, to be a part of something like this.
It's good.
Yeah. So how did they approach you? Did they say, hey, we want you? Because Fred was saying how they brought him to Pixar to talk,
Right.
Did they do the same thing to you? Or
They called my agent, and she called me, and she got to the Pix part, and I said yes. She didn't even get to the R part. Yeah, no, I don't know why. I guess they knew me from other voiceover work or whatever, and it's the phone call you've been waiting for. It's like, why aren't I in that film when you go see a really, really good one? And it's always a lot of times Pixar film. And I have a kid, so I've seen them all, from Finding Nemo to Ratatouille. In fact, Ratatouille is my husband's favorite movie of all time. So we're not just talking animation for kids, we're talking that now it's gone to another level with people like Andrew Stanton, who's the crazy boy genius who makes these, who's making movies that are Oscar caliber. They're just movies. It's no longer separate animation. It's got adventure and love and suspense and humor, and done well and written well and not condescending, and doesn't talk down to kids, doesn't talk down to adults, and things that when you least expect. Like, didn't you expect like Eve to look different? Like, Eve is just this sleek robot, and all of her soul just comes out in like sounds. I couldn't do it.
He's a genius, and I was very happy
a
to
genius.
talk to him. I mean, it was just kind of trying to see if any of that would rub off.
Yeah, I know.
Did he direct you during your sessions? And
Yeah,
stuff?
he directed
So did
me.
you even know what part you were going to play in the larger picture of this film, or was it a bit of a surprise?
It wasn't, I didn't get the script until right before, a couple weeks before, so I didn't really know, and I'd never worked with him, and I was nervous, but he was great. He's very passionate about every syllable, every word. Although he's a collaborator and lets you do what you want. But he's genius. I think he should take a nap. He's making us all look bad. Like, he needs to watch TV or something. Like, really? That he wrote and directed this and Finding Nemo and these worlds that none of us have seen before. Like, you go to some of these movies, you go, oh, okay, yeah, The Talking Dog, I've seen it. Now, these are worlds that we've not been in and characters that we've not seen.
And yet he had the foresight to talk about an issue where, I mean, here we are on Earth, we have way too much waste going on, and then and yet and also we have no contact with each other because we're all on that. So I don't. Just what was it like to kind of see all that like kind of unfold on?
I have friends who, when we're at dinner, they are texting each other at dinner, this far away from each other. I'm not kidding you. They are texting each other. They're right there. And I think that's a huge metaphor for this movie. He's saying, like, okay, great, you've got email and computers, but you need to look around. Look to the side where you can find life and inspiration and love and all that. But you know what? You don't know you're getting the message when you're watching the movie, do you?
No.
Yeah.
Ironically, it's the touch that wakes you up. So
Yeah,
it was really nice. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.